Morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Faith, Hope, and Rest. Faith, because I like to bring a little bit of the Bible into some of my, not all, some of my videos. And hope, because I feel that with my videos, I might give you a little bit of hope that is there is life outside of this bubble that we tend to wrap around ourselves. And rest, because if we can't find rest, especially at night or during periods of high stress, that it affects our body and our mind and our spirit and soul. So join me today. I'm going to talk to you about just an experience I had yesterday. I had several, but this was really important to me because, first of all, I go for walks as much as I can with my well, she's not very new now. She's just over a year old. Um, but she is my service dog. She was trained last year, and I continue that training on a daily basis to make sure that she is aware that she's not just a puppy who's allowed to run around and create havoc, but she's also there to help me when I have my periods of stress, and I have them. But one thing that really happened that was absolutely amazing, I sat down on a bench. It wasn't too hot here in Florida yesterday. It was probably in the 80s. So it wasn't too hot. I sat on the bench and I looked up at the sky. And I don't normally do that because normally the sun is bright. And unless I've got my good sunglasses on, I'm like, "Bleh." Yesterday was really wonderful. There was a lovely breeze. It was blowing, and I just thought, Lord, this is so beautiful to be here today. I looked up at the sky and I saw eagles. Well, I think they're eagles. They look like eagles. You can never tell when they're so high up. You can never, me, a novice bird person ish. They were birds really high up there. And they fly up there with such ease. Now, if I wanted to fly up there, my goodness, I would have to either strap these bone, big wings on me, or I would have to get in a plane, get in a glider. And my fear of heights, I don't know if I could do any of it. You're lucky if I go up a step. So for me to be able to go up so high would challenge me to the biggest amount. And I was an air stewardess years ago. But then you're so busy, you don't actually think about where you are. You get on with your job and you're pleasant and nice and just. But anyway, these birds were soaring so high. And it brought me to one experience that I had probably now 2022, 23. I went to one of my most favorite rides in Disney, and that is the Soaring ride. And that experience of being able to almost be tricked and fooled through very, very strong imagery and movement. I actually felt I was on that ride flying through the trees, over mountain. It was just incredible. And I thought, how can I relate this to a passage in the Bible and prayer that would help me understand that sometimes when things are really, really, really tough for me, how can I find the strength to soar above everything and be able to ground myself at the same time and continue my day? I'm going to give you 1 minute. Put me on pause, get comfortable. We're going to study Isaiah four. Let's dig a little bit deep. I'm just going to move this microphone because I feel like I'm eating it at the moment. And if anybody's got any ideas on how I can do my microphone, I don't even know if I'm speaking into it right. I'm a newbie. All right. But for those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. That's so good. That is just so amazing for me to think that if I have the faith to hope that I'm going to be able to do this. Brilliant. So this time today is for all of those people out there who are feeling tired in the deepest sense of the word tired. Not just physically tired, though I do cover that, but bone weary, soul tired, nagging, grinding type of tired that just doesn't seem to go away and leave your side. It's almost like it's a pesting nuisance that is standing just behind your back, tapping you. Hi, you're tired. You're still tired. You're tired. And it drains your battery so low that you're worn out before you even rise the next day. And that's tough on you. I also experience this kind of tired that a good night's sleep doesn't fully fix it because it's been accumulating for a long time, over days, over months, over years of exhaustion, fighting that invisible fight for so long that you've forgotten how to break that cycle. The words we're going to sit and talk about today were written for people who were also tired, a people that had lost almost everything, their home, their sense of identity, their certainty about the future. We're talking about over 2,000 years ago. And it's in that context that one of the most extraordinary passages of hope in all scripture was written. And you'll say, well, what is it about these words and the eagle soaring that really matters to me? Well, come, sit down, join me. We're going to go through this. We're going to meditate on these words. We're going to think about these words. I'm going to dissect each sentence and hopefully relate this to your life today. So I'm going to play a minute of music. Sit down, get comfortable, close your eyes. Put me on pause for a minute if needs be while you just settle things around you. If you've got young ones, make sure that they're safe and that you're aware of where they are. I know a few people like to listen to me before they go to bed at night, and that's a really good time, is to settle down, lay down in your bed, and we'll go through this. Okay, first of all, I need you just to let your breath slow. Let your breath settle. You might have been quite active getting yourself into a restful position. So I need you just for the next few minutes is just to let your body settle. Let your breathing normalize and then slighten. We just need to start resetting our nervous system and getting ourselves ready to relax a little. So let your breath just slow. We're now going to do a couple of minutes of extended exhalation and breathing. So we're going to do an extended exhale of a count of 7. And then when we breathe in, we're just going to breathe in for a count of 4. And I'm going to do it like this. In, 2, 3, 4. two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay? Let's start. In, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. In, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One more. In, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, five, six, seven. It's okay if you don't get to seven. It's okay if you only get to five. Just let your body soften into wherever you are lying or sitting. Let your hands just fall loosely either onto your lap or beside your body if you're lying down. I'm in, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay? Let's start. In, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. In, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One more. In, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, five, six, seven. It's okay if you don't get to seven. It's okay if you only get to five. Just let your body soften into wherever you are lying or sitting. Let your hands just fall loosely either onto your lap or beside your body if you're lying down. I'm going to now do that reading from Isaiah chapter 40, verses 28 through to 31. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youth grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. So let me break this down into easy to manage sections as I go down in greater detail. The first one is, do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. The way I look about this is Isaiah addresses Israel's doubts by reminding them of essential truth. God is eternal. His creative power extends over all things. He never grows weary like humans do, and his wisdom exceeds anything that we can understand as mere mortal. Then I look to the next line that sparks my interest. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. How amazing is that? That God will directly support those who are exhausted, granting them strength and power to help them through their difficult times. Another one, even youth grow tired and weary, and young men, stumble and fall. And that tells me that even the strongest, youngest, and most capable human beings have their limits. If you rely purely on your own flesh and willpower, you will eventually burn out. If you are living alone and you are constantly battling and battling and battling, eventually your whole mind, body, spirit just goes, I can't do this anymore. I need help. And if there is no help around you, you eventually burn out. A candle has one wick, and when that wick goes down and burns, and there isn't anybody to blow it out, it burns out. And this raises an idea of placing your needs on His words in prayer and belief that He will support you. You're not alone. Another line. But those who hope in the God will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Waiting on the Lord means to rest trustfully in Him rather than relying always on your own strength. Those who put their trust and hope in God make a big exchange between their limited, frail strength or His limitless power. And this allows them to navigate obstacles. Imagine an eagle soaring high up in the sky, and this is where I link from what I saw yesterday. It's moving across the land with ease, and it's soaring so high. It can face challenges that require strength and determination. Just picturing it's flying across mountains and valleys, and it's all with ease. So flying and soaring like eagles means that we face these challenges a lot easier. We can run and run alone, or we can choose to run and not grow weary and endure everyday life with a little bit more ease. And that is the line, walk and not faint. Because if we walk and walk and walk without any substance, without any nutrition, without water, without anything that is going to keep us going, we'll faint. It's just so hard to walk and not feed your body, feed your spirit, feed your soul. And if we take in this nutrition, we're able then to endure everyday life. Another point I want to bring to your attention is the run of the verse. It tells us to soar, run, and walk. Let me just go over that one more time. I'm just going to run over this verse one more time so you can pick up the soar, run, and walk. But for those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles do. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. So you hear there the soar, run, and walk. And that, to me, is really important. It goes in the opposite direction. If a plane takes off, it goes from a standstill, and then it trudges along, and then it has to run down the runway like this, and then it's liftoff, and it's able to soar. So why did Isaiah write it in this reversed order? I'm not a true Bible scholar, and I admit it. I'm not. But some scholars say this is deliberate. Soaring is almost like an eagle resting its wings on those thermal currents. They spread their wings so fast, and the wind and the thermal currents do the work for them. Can we see the currents? No. Can we see the wind? No. It's just there. And it's the way that they manage to get around things. They soar. It requires them, though, to be still. You don't see them flapping like this. No. Sorry for that stupid noise. You don't see them flapping like mad. No, their wings are beautiful, outstretched. They're still. Slight movement, and they surrender to something that is much, much larger than active work. The next thing is running. Dun, dun, dun. Now, running is active work. It is sustained, purposeful, and directed. We would find it very difficult just to run without thinking. Running takes thought. It is an actionable thing that we have to do. Walking is just ordinary daily faithfulness. The long, slow, undramatic work of simply continuing on, one foot in front of the other, day after day. The promise is for all three, not just the soaring moments of breakthrough when we're able to release, but the running sessions of effort and also the time to walk in everyday life. The ones that feel slow and unremarkable and exhausting in their way of basic, very ordinarious. These everyday steps, though seemingly insignificant, are where endurance is quietly forged. The everyday steps, though insignificant, are where endurance is quietly forged. The pace slows and progress is felt, but invisible. And it's in those faithful, persistent strides that strength is often renewed. Even when each step demands more resolve than the last, trusting in God's promise that you will walk and not be faint brings you hope for tomorrow. Isn't that a wonderful thing to think about? I have always used the phrase baby steps. The journey may be ordinary, but it's filled with grace for those who keep moving forward. Baby steps even. Because every moment, whether you are soaring, running, or walking matters in God's gentle, sustaining power of support. For the women and men out there right now who are simply walking, simply putting one foot in front of the other and wondering why every day it feels so hard, this verse is just perfect for you. This is for that woman who, who finds that her feet are not light. She feels that she's been dragged down by some invisible force, slowing her down, stopping her from achieving her goals, and making effort seem harder and harder every day. I get it, I've been there. I still go through it. Sometimes my life is so hard that I lose sight of the tiny steps that I've made. She will walk and not be faint. So now I am going to take us on a meditation that I really hope will just help you relax and unwind. And I want you to think of all the eagles and the birds above you. Like in my other videos, I'm now going to turn my screen off so you will have just beautiful imagery that I've recorded. I want to invite you, okay, to relax even further. I'm going to take you now on a meditation. It's just 5 or 6 minutes. It's not going to be well, it might send you off to sleep. Who knows? But at the moment, I just want you to get that imagery. So when you feel that things are really tough and you need strength to carry on, this is the time that I want you to think about the picture that I'm going to paint in your mind. I want to invite you to imagine an eagle for a moment. I've got a video for you to watch of eagles and birds that are soaring above our heads. So just watch this for a moment before I go any further into the meditation. These birds are not labored in energy. They are not beating their wings against the resistance of the air, but they're spread wide, utterly open, rising on the thermals effortlessly, gaining height, flying so gracefully and beautifully and gloriously, and without those birds even having to think about what they're doing. I'd like you now just to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Your body is feeling supported at the moment. It is feeling gloriously, beautifully, wondrously light. I want you to imagine that your arms are like wings. They are open and outstretched. They are beautiful, graceful. Now the breath that you are breathing as the thermals, those pockets of air that help support the birds in the sky, the warm, rising currents beneath you. Breathe in and feel yourself rise very slightly from the bed or chair, just a little. And when you've taken that breath in, you feel yourself freer, being lifted. Your spirit is starting to soar. As you breathe out, you settle back down, not downward, but you just settle back down onto the bed or your chair. In, lift, out, settle. In, out, settle. Or gliding in, out, gliding. You're not generating your own strength right now. You're borrowing the current, that air that you breathe in and out, resting in, lifting and out. Settle. The air is under you. You're not going to fall. In and out. As you're lifting yourself up with each breath, I want you to picture yourself flying above the coastline. Maybe you've got a favorite town or beach, or if it's not a coastline, just try and picture we're rising up against the thermals, those beautiful warm air currents that just rise from the land and keep rising, allowing the birds and those people who want to fly to use those currents to help them achieve their dreams. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to guide you over a mountain to come and fly with me just for a minute. As you breathe in and out, imagine yourself to be an eagle, soaring high in the sky. The warmth of the sun warms your back. You can see beneath you the landscape below. I'm flying now across a river. The river sparkles with diamonds. It's like this intricate line rolling away, endless supplies of water, feeding the land and the animals around it with its beautiful lushness. The air up here is quiet, it's peaceful. I'm following that river further and further, following the river further and further towards a mountain. I can see it now, glistening like a curtain of. I can see ahead of me a curtain of water, a stunning waterfall, rainbows emitted within its powerful, powerful force. The rainbows draw us so close. That picture, the image of the waterfall is almost blinding. I saw to the left and then I saw to the right. Those thermals are absolutely soft on my wing. I carry on further along the mountain. I can see birds beneath me. I can see birds above me. All I feel is peace. I feel strong. I feel amazing. The trees now beneath my wings are green and lush. The canopy tight, so tight I can hardly see the ground below. The clouds in the sky are just amazing. I glide through one. It's a huge puffball of moisture. I can feel the wetness against my face as I go through the cloud, feeling its energy, feeling its dynamics and strength held in tiny water droplets. I've chosen now that I want to go and land, and I know my safest landing spot is high up the mountain on a rock. That's my place I like to rest. My wings glide me towards that one rock, my perch, my safe spot. I glide, and then as I start to slow down towards my perch, towards my nest, towards my home, I flutter my wings gently to slow me down and help me to fall onto my spot. I can feel the coolness of the rock beneath my feet. I know I'm home. I know I am strong. And I know that I am safe. I'm going to bring you back now to the living world, not the imaginary one. And in the final last few minutes, I am going to talk about the promise of renewal. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. The word renew in Hebrew is kava, spelled Q-A-V-A-H, and it carries the meaning of twisting or binding together, almost like you're making a rope. Strand by strand, strength is rebuilt, not in a moment, but by the slow, patient addition of strand upon strand. In a biblical context, it represents eagerly expecting God to act while actively binding your faith and intertwining your life with His. It's really, it's such a visual thing to imagine. Imagine that God is one strand and you are the other strand, and you are plaiting or twisting together both you in your faith and God. And remember that a rope is strong. A strand may not hold all of that weight, but when you twist together, many strengths, it becomes stronger and stronger. So by intertwining your life with His, your strength is being renewed. Even now, even in the weariness of the day, those strands are still being gathered. So intertwine your life with His. The Bible and the binding of your faith is held there for you. You do not need to produce this renewal yourself. You only need to hope in it, to orientate yourself with it and towards the source of it. And that's by just popping your eyes in your Bible and studying it yourself every now and then and looking to see. I like to open up a page and just see, God, what are you going to tell me today? What is special that you need to let me know about? Or what is a teaching that you can show me that I need to look at further? And this is how my podcasts come about, is I look at my own life and then I say, God, what do I need to do here? There is one last verse for today I want to look at, and that is from Joshua 1, verse 9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. The book of Joshua begins with the death of Israel's dedicated leader, Moses. And someone else must go on to lead God's chosen people. So the Lord calls Joshua and tells him that he is to follow his commands and lead the Israelites out of the darkness of the wilderness and into the light of the promised land. God promises to always be by Joshua's side, instructing him to follow his law and to take courage. The passage takes place after Moses has died, and Joshua is handed over the task to lead the Israelites. And God commands him, Joshua, you have to be brave, not because the path is going to be an easy one, but because the creator of the universe is walking alongside him. So you will be brave. You will have courage and strength. Today it serves as a foundational source of comfort for individuals who are facing life transitions. Maybe you're moving from one state to another or one country to another. Maybe you're moving home. That's really stressful. You need a whole lot of strength for that. Maybe you're facing really difficult decisions. I have had to face difficult decisions. And without me feeling that God was with me, that would have been even harder. And believe me, I have and still have personal struggles. And I know that I have to overcome this through the reliance on God's presence. Because I'm alone a lot of the time, not alone without my family, but alone in my own thoughts. And sometimes I need to feel that God is with me and present with me. So now that's enough from me today. I am going to close in a beautiful, uplifting prayer. And yeah, just close your eyes, be with me. If you're not interested in prayer, please look at this as guidance or an affirmation for you. Dear Lord, dear God, dear maker of the whole universe and everything within it, the heavens, the skies, the stars, the mountains, the eagles and the birds that fly high, and my ordinary walk. When I am tired, give me the strength to know that you are near, to help me walk when I feel weak or faint. Please, dear Lord, guide me in the direction of your love and protect me from that around me that might hinder my walk. I am tired, Lord, at times, and I know you already know it. I am tired in my body and my mind, and some days even in my soul. I feel that sometimes my words are not heard, and I know that my efforts at times also go unnoticed. Without thanks, without praise, without acknowledgement. And those times can really make me feel very low. And I come to you not with an update on my performance, but with my honesty, my total, open honesty. God, I need your strength. I cannot generate enough of it on my own. Please renew me, renew my family, renew my loved ones, and renew every single person who touches my life, strand by strand, breath by breath, and day by day. On our days when we are able to soar amongst the clouds, the heavens and the stars like the eagles. On our days when we are just able to run, and finally and mostly when our walking becomes wearisome and so exhausting that we might lose sight of our own faith. I hope and pray, dear Lord, that I am able to find that inner strength from you to carry on. May the women and men who hear these words today feel a genuine infusion of the strength that doesn't run out. Your strength and love doesn't expire. I'm not asking for theirs, but your strength. Your strength is what we ask, dear Lord. Please, humbly, we ask you to help fill us with the strength that will fight our days of exhaustion. Amen. I need you now to just breathe in those words and feel those words touch you in a way, hopefully, that will help support you today, tomorrow, and in future months and years. Always carry thoughts, positive thoughts with you. And I hope that very soon that you will tune in again for another video of mine. I would love it if you could subscribe and press the like button. I'm very new to this, very naive to this, and it would be great just to get a few more people to feel that I am there with you in spirit. So thank you for being here, and speak to you again soon. Bye bye.